Hello, my friend. I want to start today with a question that I know many of you have asked yourself before. Who do I practice English with? Maybe you live in a city where not many people speak English. Maybe your friends and family all speak your native language. Maybe you tried to find a speaking partner online, but it never worked out. Maybe every time you wanted to practice, there was simply nobody around. And so you told yourself something that felt logical at the time. I cannot improve my speaking because I have nobody to practice with. I want to tell you today that this is one of the biggest misunderstandings in English learning, and it has kept millions of people silent for years. Not because they lacked effort, not because they lacked desire, but because they believed they needed another person to grow. They were wrong. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why. Because the truth is, some of the most fluent English speakers in the world built their fluency almost entirely alone. In their rooms, on their walks, in their cars, with no partner, no teacher, no class, just themselves and the language. By the end of this episode, you will know exactly how to do the same. And you will never again use the excuse that you have nobody to practice with. Because from today, you are your own best practice partner. Stay with me. Let me describe something to you. Imagine two people. Both are learning English. Both live in the same city. Both have the same level right now. The first person waits. Every week he tells himself he will find a speaking partner. He searches online. He asks around. Some weeks he finds someone, but the conversations are awkward and they stop after a few sessions. Most weeks he finds nobody. And so most weeks he does not practice speaking at all. The second person does not wait. Every day, without fail, she creates her own practice, alone, without anyone watching, without anyone correcting her. She speaks. She listens to herself. She tries again. After 6 months, you meet both of them. The first person speaks the same way he did 6 months ago, maybe a little better, but not much. The second person surprises you completely. She speaks with a kind of ease and a confidence that feels like she has been speaking English for years. Her grammar is not perfect, but she flows. She does not stop. She does not freeze. What happened? The difference is not talent. It is not luck. It is not even time. Because both people had the same amount daily, consistent, deliberate practice alone. And that is exactly what we are going to build for you today. I want to tell you about someone. His name is Reza. Reza is 34 years old. He grew up in a small town. English was taught in his school, but only reading and writing. Nobody spoke English around him. His parents did not speak it. His friends did not speak it. The whole environment was his native language, all day, every day. When Reza was 28, he got a job opportunity that required English communication. Not perfect English, but functional English. Enough to write emails, join calls, and sometimes present ideas to an international team. Reza panicked. He knew some English. He could read it reasonably well, but speaking, it felt like trying to run in water. Slow, heavy, exhausting. He looked for classes, but they were expensive, and the timings did not work with his job. He looked for speaking partners online, but he felt too embarrassed to speak with a stranger when his English felt like games, not real practice. For 3 months, Reza stayed stuck, watching videos, reading articles, but never actually opening his mouth. Then, one evening, something small happened that changed everything. He was driving home from work. The radio was off. The car was quiet. And he started almost without thinking to describe what he was seeing outside the window. In English, there is a red car in front of me. The road is busy. It is getting dark outside. He stopped. He laughed at himself a little. But then he kept going. I am tired today. Work was difficult. I have a meeting tomorrow and I feel nervous about it. He spoke for the entire drive home, maybe 50 minutes. Nobody heard him. Nobody corrected him. Nobody even knew it happened. But when he parked the car and turned off the engine, he noticed something. His mouth felt warmer, looser, more ready. He had just had a 15-minute English conversation with himself, and it was the most natural speaking practice he had ever done. The next morning he did it again on the drive to work. Then he started doing it in the shower. Then during his lunch break, walking alone outside. He was not waiting for a partner anymore. He had become his own partner. After 4 months of this, his international work calls changed completely. The words came faster. The silences became shorter. His colleagues started responding differently, engaging more, asking for his opinion more, because he was expressing himself more clearly. Nobody gave Reza a speaking partner. He built the practice himself, alone, every single day. Now let me show you exactly what Reza was doing without even realizing it, and how you can do the same thing on purpose with even better results. There are 4 powerful ways to practice English completely alone, and each one trains a different part of your speaking ability. Used together, they build fluency faster than most traditional classes ever could. The first way is self-narration. This is exactly what Reza discovered in his car. You narrate your own life in English. Whatever you are doing, you describe it out loud or quietly under your breath. When you are cooking, you say what you are doing. I am cutting the vegetables. I need to add some salt. The oil is getting hot. When you are walking, you describe what you see. There are children playing in the park. The sky looks cloudy today. I think it might rain. When you are getting ready in the morning, you narrate the process. I am brushing my teeth. I need to get dressed. I have a busy day ahead. This is not silly. This is not a waste of time. This is one of the most powerful speaking exercises that exist, because you are attaching English words directly to real experiences in real time. You are not translating. You are not memorizing. You are living in English, even for just a few minutes a day. Start with simple observations. Do not worry about perfect sentences. What matters is that your mouth keeps moving and the English keeps coming. The second way is opinion talking. Every day, pick one topic and talk about your opinion for 2 to 3 minutes. Alone, out loud. The topic can be anything. Something you read today, something that happened at work, a movie you watched, a decision you need to make, a problem in your city, a memory from your past. The goal is not to say brilliant things. The goal is to express your honest thoughts in English without stopping. When you get stuck on a word, go around it. Find another way to say it. Keep the sentence moving forward. This trains the part of your brain that organizes ideas and puts them into English sentences under pressure. It is the closest thing to a real conversation that you can do completely alone. Because in a real conversation, you are also expressing opinions, explaining your thinking, trying to make your ideas clear to another person. Opinion talking builds exactly that skill without anyone else in the room. The third way is question and answer with yourself. This one is very simple, but very powerful. You ask yourself a question in English. Then you answer it in English, out loud. The questions can be small and daily. What did I do today? What was difficult? What made me feel good? What do I want to do tomorrow? Or they can be bigger and more reflective. What is something I am proud of in my life? What is a mistake I learned from? What kind of person do I want to become? Answer honestly. Answer in whatever English you have. Do not wait for the perfect words. Just speak. This practice builds something that most English learners never develop. The ability to think in English under no pressure. When there is no one waiting for your answer, when there is no awkwardness, when there is no embarrassment, your brain relaxes, and relaxed thinking in English slowly becomes natural thinking in English. The fourth way is shadowing. This is different from the first three. For shadowing, you need audio, a podcast, a short video, a speech, any English audio that you enjoy listening to. You listen to one sentence, you pause, and you repeat it exactly. Same words, same rhythm, same tone, same speed. You are not translating. You are not thinking about grammar. You are copying the sound like a musician learning a song by ear. Then you listen to the next sentence. You pause. You repeat. Do this for 10 minutes every day with something you enjoy listening to. And over weeks and months, something remarkable happens. The natural rhythm of English starts to live in your mouth. The sounds become familiar to your tongue. The patterns become comfortable to your voice. Shadowing is how your mouth learns to feel like an English mouth, not just your brain, but your actual physical voice. These four practices together, self-narration, opinion talking, question and answer, and shadowing, cover every part of speaking fluency, and every single one of them can be done completely alone. Anytime, any place. I want to speak honestly to you for a moment. I know what some of you are thinking right now. This sounds okay, but is it really enough? Can I really get fluent practicing alone? Do I not need real conversations with real people? And the honest answer is this. Real conversations are wonderful. If you have access to them, use them. They add something special that solo practice cannot fully replace. But here is what most people get backwards. They think they need to be fluent before they can have real conversations. So they wait, they practice alone, they tell themselves until they're ready, and then they will talk to real people. But fluency does not come before practice. Fluency comes from practice. And solo practice is not the second best option while you wait for a real conversation. Solo practice is the foundation that makes real conversations possible. It is where you build the muscle, the habit, the automatic responses, the confidence to speak without freezing. People who practice alone every day walk into real conversations completely differently from people who only study and wait. They have already spoken thousands of sentences before anyone else hears them. Their mouth is warm, their brain is ready, their voice feels familiar to them. That is the power of practicing alone. It is not a backup plan, it is the plan. Let me show you something. Imagine 60 days from now. Every morning you narrate 5 minutes of your day English. Every evening you pick one topic and talk about your opinion for 3 minutes. Every day during lunch or a walk, you ask yourself 3 questions and answer them out loud. Every night before you sleep, you shadow one short piece of English audio for 10 minutes. That is less than 20 minutes a day. Spread naturally across your existing routine. No extra time needed. No special place needed. No partner needed. After 60 days of this, what changes? Your mouth no longer feels foreign when English comes out of it. The sentences start before you consciously decide to speak them. When someone asks you something in English, the answer arrives faster. Not perfect, but faster. The silence that used to fill the space after someone spoke to you, that terrible silence where your mind went blank, that silence gets shorter and shorter and shorter until one day it almost disappears. And you realize something that changes how you see yourself. You are not someone who cannot speak English. You have been speaking English every day, alone, building something real and solid, sentence by sentence, morning by morning, without anyone watching. And now the world gets to hear it. Before I go, I want to leave you with something simple. Tonight, do not look for a speaking partner. Do not download another app. Do not sign up for another class. Instead, the next time you are alone, open your mouth and describe what you see. One sentence, then another, then another. That is where it begins. Not in a classroom, not with a partner, not when you feel ready. Right now, alone, with the English you already have. Because the English you already have is enough to begin. And the beginning is the only thing that has ever made anyone fluent. You are not waiting for a partner anymore. You are the partner. You always were. Thank you for listening to Pure English Podcast. If this episode helped you see something differently, share it with one person who keeps saying they have nobody to practice English with, because now they do. I will see you in the next episode.